We spent all that, like, the whole time brainstorming about the amount of food we're gonna make and for who and what quantities.
Love that.
We love it, but it's also stress-inducing at the same time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you guys have leftover tamales, do you guys fry them?
Fry them.
Or microwave them again?
We fried them like once or twice before. It is good, but we just usually just put it on the comal, wait for it to toast, and then we'll like blast it in the microwave for like 1 minute.
Oh, because the way my fam does it is that like we'll fry it like with a little bit of oil, and then we'll put it in pan bolillo with crema y salsa.
That does sound good.
It's fucking good. But it's just a shit ton of like bread and masa, just straight up. I'm being honest, but it's so so good. You should try it.
We'll have to consider that. Okay, before we start, like anything, all right? I'm probably gonna add this in just because I want Nicole to hear it. Me and her got in a somewhat heated debate the other day because I had like a little picture of me doing like the poll for the ASMR thing, right? It's that little cat that just goes, "Quiere pan dulce?" She's like, it's hold on, it's
she's trying to correct the fucking grammar. Fucking Nicole, she can.
It's she's saying it's
Nicole, I'm done with you.
It's pan de dulce.
Pan de dulce. No, yeah. I always say pan dulce.
I say that, or like it's either that, or I hear mostly de pan dulce. And she's like, no. I'm telling you, like you're not right here. And I'm asking my other friends, and they're like, that sounds like Spain Spanish. And it makes kind of sense because Nicole's she's a colonizer.
We said it at the same time. That's great. Wait, we're recording now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I just wanted to make sure that what we're saying for sure is right. Like, just pan dulce works just fine. Because it already explains itself. Like, I don't know. We're talking for like a good chunk of time for that.
Jesus. She wanted to argue.
Well, no, I think it's because I was also in an arguing mood too. Because
you guys always want to fucking argue. That's how me and my aunt are. My aunt will literally go up to me. She's like, "Manish, like, why don't you want to fight with me about something?" And like, I'm just like, "Are you for real?" She's all like, "Yeah," and she just likes to fight. Just to fight.
You know, my dad kind of did the same thing to me a while back. It's because like Daisy and my dad will always have like those like playful banters or like just like argue. And when she was gone for like those 6 months, or like the 6 months,
he replaced her with you.
He tried to because I just wasn't let into it with them. He's like, you just don't argue like she does. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm just me. Like, I'm not gonna fucking argue.
For the people listening, I don't think you guys can tell, but I have a sore throat. And it's funny too because when I woke up and I realized I have a sore throat, it reminded me of that one TikTok where it's that white girl. She's like, "Wow, Becca, when you're sick, your voice sounds like baby Justin Bieber," and then she starts singing, "That should be me."
I've never seen that.
You've never seen it?
No.
I swear to God, I have sent it to the group chat. I swear to God, and you probably just never seen it. Or maybe you did see it, or you just forgot about it.
Probably.
Yeah.
To be fair, you and Nicole send
we
so much. I tried watching them all as much as I can. But it's like
I do my best to watch each and every single one of them. And then sometimes Nicole goes on her tangents, and I was all like, "I gotta put me first." I was like, "I gotta put me first."
Nicole, like, I have a patient dying. I'm like, hold on.
No, like some of the times, like I don't even understand half of the things that she's saying, and I'm like, you know what? You go, Glen Coco. Like, I don't know what you just said, but pop off. Yeah. Well, how was your week?
A little stressful, I won't lie. Uh-oh. Just because I'm trying to edit that last episode that's up now.
Oh my gosh.
And then doing the notes for this one, which had such limited amount of information.
Oh boy. I
got so desperate I went on Wikipedia. And it's not even like a quarter of the page. Like, if anything. It's so little. I went through like 5 to 10 articles.
The whole section to donate is bigger than the
it was basically. Yeah, I was like, fuck.
I had a feeling that was gonna happen. Yeah, I hate that. I hate that so much. Oh boy. Well, we're filming this on a Thursday, which is wild.
Yeah. It feels like Sunday, though, doesn't it?
Kind of. Well, I mean, I don't know, because I work almost every weekend, so
Yeah.
it always feels like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
well, we are recording early just because the weekend is Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, which is going to be both jam-packed, just busy nonstop for both of us, I'm guessing.
yeah, it's the holidays,
Yep.
so happy holidays, Merry Chrysler, Happy Yule, blessed be to you all.
And, I got nothing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and happy New Year's too. Wait, is this gonna be our first episode for 2024?
No. No, it... Actually...
Yeah.
No, because if this goes up to schedule, it'll be up on the 29th. And then, technically, our next recording episode would be the 31st. If you wanna stop by on the 31st.
Well, that's why I was asking you and Daisy what y'all were gonna do, because I wanted to be with you guys.
Well, what did Daisy say?
31st. She said that she wasn't sure that she'll know on Friday because they'll tell her whether she's working or not.
Ooh, yeah. See, this is why I told you to ask her, because I don't know.
But you still want me to come on the 31st?
If she does work, you can still come by. Like I'm still down to just like try to find like a live New York of the drop ball. Timing it perfectly. I can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Bet. Alrighty then. Okay, so I guess we have New Year's plans already.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to film? I mean, do paranormal? Yeah, next episode is paranormal.
Next episode will be paranormal.
Okay.
I think now I should have plenty of time to do what I wanted to do last time. Fuck, which one?
See, it's because there's so many cases you want to do at the same time, and then you can't decide, so you just procrastinate.
It's because there's it's because there's two really big true crimes that I want to do. I'll coin flip it and I'll just make it a surprise.
Lacey Peterson.
Who the hell's that?
Okay, then you don't know. She died, and we have no idea who killed her. But her husband went to jail because they believe that he killed her. But when you really listen to it, even though he's a fucking douche canoe, I don't think he did it. Like, after she died, he literally, like, I guess back in the day you can buy porn channels on the fucking TV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could.
Yeah. So he, like, a couple days after she died, he bought it. And then they're like, okay, well then you're guilty because, you know, you're not grieving and you're, you know, watching porn, which makes sense because that has happened. But literally, like, no, like, if you really pay attention, like, it does not seem like he did it at all.
Speaking of, quote, not doing it at all, I'm still hung up about that case. Fuck, which one was it? Damn, I forgot the name of it. The Christmas one that you did, the Christmas murder.
Oh, John Benet Ramsey?
Yeah.
I actually found out a couple of...
new details?
Kind of stuff that I really didn't mention in. I guess apparently she had eaten pineapple with milk. And
Ew.
No, because it was a snack that they used to eat or whatever.
I still don't.
And it wasn't fully, like, literally, like, it showed that she had just eaten it before she died.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't even like
fully her.
Yeah, it was still there. Fucking pineapple inside her and everything.
I'm still telling you. Allegedly, she didn't do it. All right. I can't full on say.
The mother.
Yeah, but I just feel like all this weird.
She's a part of it. I feel like she didn't do it, but she knows something.
For sure, she had a hand in it. I'm still sticking to my gun where she might have hired some weird person, like a third party, to do it.
But for why is the question.
Because apparently, what you said, there was no break-in at the time, and then they discovered a broken window later. She could have just broken that window later on. Yeah. It's not that hard, I guess, to fake that kind of evidence, especially when the cops didn't do their job properly.
Yeah. I love the TikToks where they're like me arriving in hell, beating the shit out of John Benny's mom demanding answers. I mean, shit, who knows? But yeah, it's crazy. Oh, something that I recently found out that's really sad and fucked up is that homeless people are going missing.
Huh?
Homeless people are going missing in huge waves.
Are you talking about the thing like that happened in San Francisco? Or?
Yes. Yes.
They didn't return or what?
No.
They're probably locked in prison or something.
No, it's because
Alcatraz. They're in fucking Alcatraz.
Shut up.
Think about it.
There's this lady
I sound like a nut job.
There's this lady that says pay attention to your abandoned train areas, you know, where they like store the trains or whatever.
Yeah.
And look at the barbed fence. Is it facing outwards or is it facing inwards?
Okay.
Because if it's facing inwards, they want you to go in, but they don't want you to come out. Instead of facing outwards, is they don't want you to come in. And I guess apparently where she was from, that her stepfather used to work at a train station, basically, and they were, during W. Bush, when everybody hated him, he was, like, they were taking a whole bunch of migrants, like, in floods and floods and floods, and they were bringing them in here, but they never saw anybody come out. So are they storing them in these trains? What are they doing with these migrants? And to this day, these migrants have been gone for, like, we don't know what happened to them. And a lot of people are wondering if the same thing is happening to homeless people, to cleanse out the homeless people in the cities. So there's this big old conspiracy. It's fucking crazy.
Can you imagine? Look, I'm gonna go into like a further conspiracy, right? Like, I know, like, it's tragic that these people are going missing, and, you know, we should do everything that we can in our power to find them.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna sound really crazy.
You're already crazy.
Yeah, but so the thing I did my research on has to feed. So, is it possible that they satiate the hunger of cryptids with missing people? Because in the Pacific Northwest, there's also like these infamous 411 cases where just massive amounts of people go missing. Just out of the blue in the forests. That's
crazy. But then if you really pay attention, the amount of missing person cases is the equivalent of the cave systems that have been unexplored in the US.
Yeah.
Which is even crazier. Like, I don't know. It's crazy, but
it's, you know, it's not too far-fetched. I've seen it in movies.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen it in movies. Are you gonna watch Obama's film?
It's coming out with the film?
Obama released a movie of the apocalypse, of what's gonna happen, and he used his knowledge and experience of his presidency for the film, and people are fucking scared.
Wasn't it Michelle Obama that did it?
No,
if it's on Netflix, I think it's
Brock. It was Brock. Unless both of them did it, I don't know.
It might be them, because I swear my parents watched it. I think you were there that day.
Well, were they watching it?
Yeah, they were like, Michelle Obama.
When? No, because it just came out.
I swear to God, they did. Unless it's two different things that they're making at once, like, out of the blue.
I don't know, but they just released a movie, and basically, like, it's an apocalypse type of movie, but it doesn't involve, like, us getting eaten by zombies or, like, aliens coming and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
We literally have a massive power outage. No communication, no nothing.
You know what the funny thing about that, too, is that we have that incoming solar wave?
That's exactly what's going on. So now people are, like, having conspiracies of, like, are they trying to send us a message?
Prepare us?
Because people are also noticing, there was this guy that was noticing that Mark Zuckerberg has been buying a shit ton of property. Massive amounts of land. For why? What is he doing? What does he have planned? What do the 1% know that we don't? Because they know things before shit happens, because that's how corrupt the government is.
Shit.
So I was literally telling this to my mom, and I was like, yeah, like, when the apocalypse happens, like, I'm just gonna die. Like, I'm not even gonna try, Mom. Then I was like, I'm being completely honest with you, Mom. I'm not even gonna try to survive. What's the point? I know I cannot survive. I will just, oh my gosh, you're gonna come in here and you're gonna kill me and take all my stuff? Okay, just do it quick. Like, there you go. Like, I'll show you where everything is. Like,
it would be really funny if the power outage is, if the apocalypse is just a power outage and people just still take their lives. Like they can't just handle I mean, obviously the severity of it will be much worse than it would have been like 30 years ago. Because literally everything that we do now requires some type of technology.
And then I feel like technology has advanced so much that we can't keep up with it. In a way, like, I'm talking about, like, as a healthcare worker, we use technology for so many things. We use technology to feed people. We have these things called G-tubes where people have tubes inside their stomachs. And we have machines that are feeding them constantly. So we have these things called life vests where they're monitoring your heart because your heart sometimes is faulty. And you're literally wearing like a fucking plastic life vest underneath your clothes and it's measuring your heart. And if the battery dies, it's loud as hell to let you know, like, you need to change the batteries because if you don't change them, you can die, you know? Like, people that are, like, that have, like, oxygen and everything that they have. Because oxygen tanks, like, who's going to know when to deliver them at what time if we do have a power outage? You know? It's just going to be so hard. And then especially, too, with all of our information, it's all on technology. And then we'd have to go back to paper. So it'd be just like...
I feel like for some of us it wouldn't be too hard. But I feel like with this new...
Some professions, it depends. Some professions would be difficult.
Dude, imagine...
Very, very difficult.
I mean, I know it's... Especially for your patients, it'll be really difficult.
Yeah.
Like, literal life and death. But at the same time, like...
I'm sure they have, like, emergency generators.
Yeah.
They obviously have... Cause
there has to be some form of backup just in case.
Because in case of... Because we have certain, like, outlets. Is that what they call where you get to plug in?
Yeah.
We have certain outlets in the rooms, right? If it's red, you have to plug in like the oxygen in there. Like, because we have, like, oxygen machines and then we have, like, the little tubes if they're on the wheelchair, right? So the machine, right? You have to plug it into these red outlets because in case of a power outage, electricity still goes through there. That's one of the few outages where it won't shut off. You know what I mean? But eventually, power will end, even with generators and everything. No matter how long, whether it's days, weeks, you know, months, it'll end. And, like, people are gonna fucking die. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then also, Israel fucking bulldozed a shit ton of a whole camp in fucking Gaza. So they started burying people alive too. I
think I saw it on TikTok when it, like, not the moment I woke up, but I think when I first opened TikTok, like, after I woke up.
Yeah.
Someone was explaining that Israel is claiming that they've completely wiped out, like, a whole area. Like, there's no, like, they were, like, having a, like footage that they're recording of the area.
Yeah. And,
like, there's nobody alive in this area. They're just recording this entire fucking... It's
sad. It's very, very sad.
It's sad.
So, yeah. So, should we go on with the stories?
I was gonna have, like, this little funny thing that if we kept going conspiracy route, I was gonna go, hey, welcome to the Joe Rogan podcast. But that moment fled, like, really fast. But everybody, welcome back to the Caffeinated Creeps podcast, episode 11 now.
Yeah.
This would be the second to last episode of the year. We've only been recording since October. But it's kind of felt longer in a weird way, I think, to me.
Yeah, it has. Yeah. Probably because I've been here, like, I don't know. I've literally seen you almost every single week. So I feel like I'm just used to you already. I
mean, to be fair, last week you literally walked in without even telling me that you were outside.
hey, I didn't even walk in. Your dad kindly opened the door and he's all like, oh, hello.
You never seen...
And I said, hello.
There's that old Vine where it's like this kid, he's like, this is how I enter my house. And he kicks in the door, he's like, what's up, fuckers? That's kind of what I was picturing.
No, dude, that's literally what I do when I go home.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like to hold your son?
I would.
Well, sorry, I didn't want it to fall on your tea.
Give me his ass first, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Right.
Okay. So I am doing. Oh my gosh! I didn't name the document. Okay.
God, I could keep going talking about that conspiracy theory. Like it's
Okay.
it's all just connecting so well.
After we can go on a full on tangent.
I know.
We gotta go on with this.
I know. Continue.
All right. So I'm doing paranormal, and I'm doing. I mean.
What?
True crime. My bad.
You got scared.
You have the look on your face. Wait, the chips. Everything is going so.
Okay.
Okay.
It's your bag.
Okay.
So you can.
So these chips are takoyaki ball chips.
Mm-hmm.
And courtesy from my coworker Julie, I love you, bestie.
Bluey.
Huh?
Bluey?
Julie.
Oh, I heard Bluey.
I can't open this. I think I'm weak. Dude,
I'm telling you.
I seriously can't open it.
For sure, I'm telling you 100%, you're sick.
I'm not. Okay, I probably am sick.
You know why?
You should Lysol your room when I leave.
I have. Yeah, I should. You've never seen like hospital shows and they go like, doctors make the worst patients?
Yeah, no, dude. I have a patient who's a fucking bitch.
Damn, I really can't. What if I just...
And then I found out that she's a nurse. All healthcare workers are the worst patients, and it's true.
Mm.
Does it smell good?
It smells really good, yeah. It smells
You
like...
can get one first.
I know, but just like smell it first. Like, it smells like a gyoza like dipped in soy sauce to me.
Dude, it really does smell like takoyaki. I'm scared. Hold up.
Please let there be actual squid in this. It'd be great.
That's good.
It's amazing. But it tastes so weird because I'm having tea.
Yeah.
But it is good.
It's good.
It really is good.
Oh my goodness.
Fucking love having balls.
Balls in your mouth?
Mm-hmm. Oh, good.
Uh-huh.
Really good.
My coworker was really salty. My other one, Jared.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I want to try some. And I said, nope. Because I had already promised you that we would try some today. He's like, well, then just open it so I can try it. And then you can eat them tomorrow. I said, no.
Let it be stale the next day?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was like, no, thank you. Alright. So I'm doing true crime. And I'm doing the most Rootin' Tootin' couple in the Wild West. That was adorable. The little finger guns on Cyndaquil.
Oh, hold on. Let me...
This couple has... No, you got the cowboy hat on too! Oh my god! I'm so fucking cute.
Oh, wait, let me...
He's a good boy! Oh my god! He's a fucking goober! I love him! Oh my god, stop!
He's fucking adorable.
My son looks so beautiful and handsome. He's a good boy. And he's like not even like real.
Oh my god,
I need to get a Cyndaquil plushie. I need to get a Cyndaquil plushie now. Okay, stop. That's adorable. I'm getting distracted. Okay, this couple has been romanticized so much. People have done songs, movies, plays.
Me and Ryan Gosling.
Basically.
Hell yeah.
It's Bonnie and Clyde.
Ooh.
Ooh. I mean,
okay.
you knew because I had already told you.
I know. But I don't actually know their story. I only know...
I didn't know their story either.
Okay, right.
I just knew that they were shot.
That's all I know, too.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, by the way, if you didn't know.
Yeah. They were shot.
Okay.
One of the reasons, too, that I wanted to cover this is because of epic rap battles. I'm not even gonna lie. And then I was kind of thinking about holding off for February for, like, Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, nah, I just want to do them now. Because I just wanted to cover them for so long. Okay. So, I'm going to be talking about Bonnie and Clyde, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is kind of like... it's not that long. So just bear with me. So Clyde was born in Tellico, Texas on March 21st, 1909.
Holy shit.
Yup. I literally thought this was like
I thought it was earlier.
Yeah, I thought it was like 18s, like and shit like that, like 1870s, 1880s. Nope, it was like 1909. He was born. He was the 6th child of Henry and Kumi Barrow. That's his last name, Barrow. Clyde Barrow.
That is actually really hard. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was very family oriented, and the documentary I saw. Oh, hold up. Let me go. Documentary. I got most of my information from the actual Texas.gov website.
Mm-hmm.
They have a whole fucking page of just Bonnie and Clyde.
I mean, it's history. They should.
I mean, if Texas is good for one thing, Bonnie and Clyde, I guess. And then also there's a whole documentary of them actually interviewing Clyde's sister.
Ooh.
They interviewed an author, a couple of other people that are like smart, I guess, and Clyde's sister. But obviously she's biased because of the way that I knew that she talked about Clyde. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, they're criminals, and they did bad things. Mm-hmm. Yes, they're romanticized, and do I think that they're badasses? Low key, but they're still fucking criminals. And I mean, you know, like that's shitty. So he was very family oriented, and in the documentary I saw. They interviewed his sister, and she said he was a bit of a mama's boy. This all
I guess that brings some trouble, but yeah, continue. My bad.
This all took place during the Depression, so they were hella poor, and sadly forced to give up farming and move to Dallas, Texas, sometime in 1919 or 1920. Dallas at the time was basically a mecca for struggling farmers who couldn't make ends meet, and they lived on a campground for a while until they were able to make a home. And Henry was able to put a filling station in town. By age 16, Clyde quit school, and he was slender and about 5'7", and he was actually very kind, believe it or not. And he's honestly pretty cute, and he had an innocent look to him. No, literally, like in pictures, he was super. I think he was cute. In one of his mugshots, I was like, he's cute. He followed his older brother Buck's example and began a life of crime. His first crime was renting a car and not returning it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They also tried...
Wait, how old was he when he did that?
16, 17, I think.
You could rent a car that age back then?
You can work at a farm. Like, you can work at a factory at age 9 and they wouldn't even blink an eye.
Okay, but like now, I have to be 25 to do it.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking
crazy.
Which
is weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, continue. Okay.
So, he also tried selling things. They by him and his older brother Buck. Mm-hmm. They also tried selling things that they stole. Buck was caught and he spent a week in prison for that, and they chose not to imprison Clyde. So this didn't faze Clyde at all, and he continued stealing and became well known by Dallas police. They were looking for him in October 1929 after a couple of small robberies, and he was hiding when he met Bonnie Parker. Bonnie was born October 1st, 1910, and she has an older brother and a younger sister. Well, she had. Because they're all dead now, probably. What the fuck? Why are you laughing?
I don't know, that was so funny.
She had.
They had, yeah.
Yeah. Well, because it was like a long time ago.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, her dad was also named Henry, and he died when she was 4. Her mom, Emma, then moved the family to a suburb of Dallas known as Cement City. That sounds like a fucking sad-ass city.
Yeah.
Cement. Like, I just think it's like...
It just
reminds me, like, of something that, like, a town in the Hunger Games would be called, not gonna
That's
lie.
exactly what I'm picturing, too. Yeah.
She managed to get through high school, and she was a nice and attractive young girl by many. She had dreams of becoming an actress, singer, or a poet, and if she stayed in Cement City High School, she might have had a chance. But she was a waitress and got married at age 16 to a classmate from her school, but he was abusive, and he would drink and disappear for weeks at a time. So he ended up going to prison for bank robbery before she met Clyde, and after a while she kind of told him to, like, shove off, which I'm assuming is a breakup. Mm-hmm. But she never officially divorced him, and she still wore his wedding ring until the very end, until she died.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun fact, she has a tattoo on her inner left thigh, I believe, that says Bonnie plus whatever his name was. I didn't even get his name.
Jesus.
I'm all like, that's low-key cringe, girl.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bonnie met Clyde in January of 1930. Clyde was 20 and Bonnie was 19. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Kudos to Clyde for getting with Bonnie when she was an adult. Because so much shit, like, because being married at so young was, like, so normalized. Like, I'm so glad that they're both adults. Thank you to Clyde for being attracted to a woman and not a child. Which is the bare minimum. It's the bare fucking minimum. Yeah. I mean, still to this day, child marriage is still legal.
It's gross.
It is gross.
Yeah.
They met when Bonnie came to an aid of a sick friend since she wasn't working at the time. And I don't know who this mutual person was. But, like, I tried looking everywhere. Like, even the documentary said a mutual friend. But it didn't say which friend it was. So,
maybe just lost and forgotten to time.
Maybe. But because of this mutual friend, like, thank them. It was like love at first sight for Bonnie and Clyde. He was already wanted for several carjackings and burglaries, and he was hiding, like I said earlier. He and Bonnie, upon meeting, were always together for the next 2 weeks before his arrest. Clyde was convicted and sentenced to 20 years for 5 car thefts and received a 12-year sentence for 2 burglaries. Once he was immediately sent to prison, he was planning his escape. Lovesick Bonnie was more than willing to help. Bonald.
I said, did they nickname her? Lovesick Bonnie?
Kind of, yeah. Lovesick Bonnie.
It's kind of cool.
Bonnie smuggled in a 32-volt automatic.
How the fuck do you... Okay. Continue.
He escaped and left the state, but within a couple of weeks he was recaptured in Minnesota. He was given a 14-year sentence and put in Huntsville Penitentiary and Mount Ralph Fultz, and they formed an alliance. They were then allocated to work at Eastham Prison Farm, which I believe was the same place that they sent Bonnie's husband. Mm-hmm. Just an FYI, this is my, I guess, a note that I put in. Just an FYI, jails back then did not work on reform, and it was literal hell, and technically still is for prisoners.
It has not changed.
Yeah, it has not changed.
No.
Well, I mean, has it? It has changed
in
where stuff
countries.
is more humane.
Mm-hmm.
At least in the U.S., stuff is more humane, but it's still a piece of shit.
Yeah, but like in other countries, I think it's more about the reform.
Mm-hmm.
Some certain countries.
Yeah. Prisoners were regularly beaten and abused. Guards allegedly routinely shot and killed inmates to keep others in line. Fultz was being beaten once, and Clyde just stood there not moving. The cops tried to rile him up, but he stayed there firm and silent, and Fultz believed that he saved his life. In an interview with Fultz before his death, he said that he was half-conscious during the beating, but he could still see the veins popping out of Clyde's neck. Because of that, Clyde told him that they needed to get out and form a gang, come back, shoot the place down, and turn everyone loose. Bonnie and Clyde's relationship intensified as they sent each other letters, and it was like low-key kind of like, I don't know, reading the letters was low-key kind of sweet, because like he called her baby or whatever, and then she called him like sugar, and it was like, I know it sounds a little bit weird, but like at the time I think it's really adorable, like the way that he talked to her, like, it was just like, you can't,
it should have been
like,
me.
no, like you can't even tell that like he's like, they're like
insane.
Yeah, that they're like one of the most famous criminals, the most famous pair or whatever in the U.S. or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know how to explain it, but they literally just like 2 lovesick like young adults. Like, they're literally like.
Could it be? You know how people say like love makes you crazy?
Yeah.
But maybe it's because they're already crazy that the love just make them sane, just for that little bit.
Maybe for Bonnie.
Maybe.
Bonnie because of her love for Clyde, because you'll see right now.
So maybe just like canceled out, just made her sing just for a little bit.
Yeah, hold up. Okay, hold up. You're getting a little bit ahead of yourself.
I didn't think I was. My bad.
Clyde's mom went to talk to a judge to get his sentence cut back, but before Clyde found out about that, he tried to cut off a piece of his toe to get off of work to escape, just for the governor to pardon him. So he walked out in crutches. Because he had cut his fucking toe.
What the fuck?
This is February of 1932.
Jesus.
Prison life was devastating, and he was kind of a different person since it made him hard because he needed to survive.
Yeah.
When I was rewriting this, I said made him hard, and I was like, I really hope you didn't make a joke about it.
Well, now I'm close to doing it, yeah.
Also, another... Well, okay, hold up. This is not a fun fact, first of all. But I had wrote down also another fun fact, which is not a fun fact. I found somewhere that his first murder was in the prison. And he was repeatedly sexually assaulted. And he managed to lure his abuser to the shower room or the bathroom, I believe. And with the metal pipe, he beat the shit out of him, killing him and crushing his skull.
Damn.
Yeah. Which, I mean, like, kudos to you, Clyde.
Yeah.
But another inmate who was there for life, he took blame instead of Clyde, and he's like, I did it, not him. And I was like, okay, he's a real homie, not gonna lie. So when Clyde got out, he started to work, and it was still the depression, you know? And every time something happened, the police would go to Clyde to question him. He had already ruined his reputation, and he was eventually let go because of how often the police came. So it was very hard to make an honest living, especially if you were, you know, like in jail.
Yeah.
And it had happened multiple times where he kept trying to find jobs, but they wouldn't hire him.
Mm-hmm.
And then Clyde basically gave up on being clean. Bonnie had tried to set him straight, and he's like, no. He had already made up his mind, and you want to know how long it took? It took 2 weeks for Clyde to go back to the life of crime.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, so a couple of criminals who were...
It's not even long.
I know. So a couple of criminals at the same time as Bonnie and Clyde. Well, it's just like a little fun fact. Like, I didn't have to put this in, but you might recognize like a couple of them. Like they might sound familiar. So it was John Dillinger, Pretty Boy Floyd, Ma Baker and her boys, Machine Gun Kelly, and Babyface Nelson.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Machine Gun Kelly. Well, I mean, MGK literally
stole the name.
Yeah, he took the name. That's why, like in Eminem's diss track to MGK. No. In MGK's diss track to Eminem, he said, "You were named after a candy. I was named after a gangster." And I was like, "You literally just chose that name, but whatever, pop off, king." I don't know.
Pop off? No. What the fuck?
No, but like, do whatever you want. I don't know. Dude, and it's so funny too because I was trying to explain the whole beef to Nicole of MGK and Eminem. It was hilarious.
I don't think she'd understand.
She didn't understand. She didn't understand, but we listened to both of the diss tracks and she's all like, "Yeah, I like Eminem's a little bit better."
You know what? That mirrors almost exactly with me and Daisy, because Daisy was really into that beef. And she was listening to both, you know, Machine Gun Kelly and Eminem's diss tracks with me in the car. And she'd be like telling me the story about this song and then the other one.
The meaning of this, the meaning of that.
Yeah, the lyric. She'll pause the music every now and then. And I'll just be like,
Yeah, I don't like MGK, but I kept listening to the diss track because I thought it was... Not gonna lie, the diss track has a really cool beat to it. But it's just like,
Machine Gun Kelly ruined like a generation of punk. It's sad.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh, it's so bad.
It was really
And it's
bad.
funny too because he had done a song with one of my favorite bands, Sleeping with Sirens, a long time ago.
Yep.
Before I even knew who the fuck Machine Gun Kelly was. I was like in middle school or high school when the song came out. And I was like, this shit's fire. And I'm right here like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. And then as I got older, I was like, oh, that's the motherfucker. I was like, okay. I was like, no, thank you. Not anymore.
I don't want to do with that guy. No.
Yeah.
No.
It's like,
And then
plus he's a fucking creep because he was talking about Eminem's daughter when she was 16 saying that she was hot. Oh. And I said, homie needs to be hung. No.
That's gross.
Yeah.
Not just that too, but like, what was it? I think... I can't remember. Jesus.
Okay, going back. Yeah, can we go back?
My bad.
No, I know it's okay. If you remember it, stop me, okay?
No, it's not worth it.
Okay. Gangster films were so popular that government officials became concerned because, like, that life of crime was being glorified in a way. And this is actually the reason we have censorship now.
Great.
Bonnie and Clyde never planned their crimes, and they were predatory robbers. That's what they called them. And they went with the flow. When they ran out of money, they robbed what was convenient. And they took very little money and sometimes risked their lives for $10, $20, or maybe even $50. $2,000 was a huge haul for them. And Clyde tried to avoid killing innocent victims. He mostly shot lawmen, aka cops. He would also kidnap them, take them for a ride, and release them unharmed. For shits and giggles, I guess. On numerous occasions, Bonnie and Clyde. I was like, why did I put B? But I put B and C instead of keep typing.
Are you just shortening it?
Yeah, I put B and C. Bonnie and Clyde were willing to risk their lives for each other. Ralph Fultz and Bonnie and Clyde traveled for the first time together in a stolen car. In April 1932, Bonnie participated in her first robbery and got caught.
Wow.
She spent 2 months in jail, and Ralph was also caught, and Clyde was the only one that escaped. In July of 1932, Bonnie was acquitted for lack of evidence and quickly rejoined her lover. Clyde already had a price on his head after the murder of an innocent man, and the governor of Texas was offering a $250 reward for his capture, and Clyde was front page news. Man, I should have checked the inflation calculator to see how much it would be now.
I mean, if $2,000 was a big score for them,
$250 reward.
Oh, probably that's gotta be like maybe $15,000, maybe $30,000, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clyde and a friend, I forgot his name, but his last name was Robinson, tried to rob someone at a dance, and they were under the influence, and they shot 2 cops, killing one after they tried to confront them. So the cops basically were all like, because this was during the Prohibition era too, which they weren't allowed to have alcohol.
Yeah.
So, so obviously if you see somebody intoxicated, that's breaking the law. So they ended up driving away, and they escaped and abandoned the car and stole another one. And in total, they had abandoned 3 cars. They weren't living well, and they were camping in third-degree tourist spots and paying bribes for people to hide them. And throughout this time, they still tried to keep in touch with their families. Before I go on, I was watching the documentary on YouTube of Bonnie and Clyde. Oh yeah, it was on YouTube, by the way. With Bonnie and Clyde, I was reading the comments, and there was some people that, like, they look like middle-aged, maybe like 40, 50. And they were in the comments, and 1 or 2 of them said that their grandparents had told them that they had helped hide Bonnie and Clyde. One of them said that that they ended up, like, knocking on their door, asking if they could spend the night. So the parents were all like, yeah, sure. So they gave them clean clothes. They washed their clothes, and they gave them food, and they gave them shelter. And then when they woke up the next day, they were gone, but they had left a $100 bill for them.
What a weird time that was back then. No fucking way in hell you could do that now.
Yeah.
Like, everyone is so suspicious of each other. Like,
yeah.
If my neighbor's, like, even walking in the, like, on the street, like, not even close to my property, I'm just like, what are you doing out there? He's doing
What's
himself.
What's your name? Give me your ID. You're not from here.
I've lived here for 17 years. I've never seen you before.
Okay, calm down, Karen. Oh boy.
Have you not seen that? There's like a video of like this guy like in his car, just like he's parked in his spot, and this old woman's like, I've lived here for 15 years. Like, I've never seen you here before, and he just goes, "Yo, mama," and then he fucking rolls out the window.
I think so.
Yeah.
No. I think, no, he didn't say your mama, he says your mother.
Oh, yeah.
He says your mother. And then she's all like, oh, that is so disrespectful. She says something like that. I see that.
It's exactly that, yeah.
It's funny. Okay, so throughout this time, they still tried to keep in touch with their families. Because they were very family-oriented. So Clyde would drive past his dad's fill station, and he would throw a cola bottle with info inside. And they'd meet up at a field, and they had a signal of flicking the headlights on and off to know where they were, and that's how they would meet up at night. Ray Hamilton, a gunner for the Barlow Gang. Oh yeah, because they were called the Barlow Gang now, apparently. Yeah. He went to visit family, and he got caught, and Clyde vowed to get him out. The Barrow Gang was famous and well known in the Southwest. And in late March of 1933, Buck Barrow, Clyde's older brother, the one who got him into crime, joined the Barrow Gang alongside with his wife Blanche. Originally, Buck tried turning Clyde straight, but got into trouble himself, so eventually he just decided to join. At Joplin, Mississippi, the two couples, along with W.D. Jones, he was a new gunman, and he was a childhood friend of the Barrows. He was 16, dude. W.D. Jones. I thought he was like a fucking man because they were like already 20 and shit like that.
Yeah. And
they were childhood friends or whatever, so I'm like, okay, maybe he's an adult too. No, I found out that this child was 16 and he was with them.
Well, it's like you were saying earlier, like...
That's my sister's age!
Like, they did a lot of shit back then.
Yeah! So,
They had some good American rights back then. That's the thing.
Yeah. And so they were basically hiding in an apartment for 2 weeks. And Jones and Clyde, WD, Jones and Clyde's were scoping places, and they drove back home. And while they were parking the car inside the garage, Buck was closing the garage door, and the cops showed up. Neighbors called since they believed that they were bootleggers because obviously they're young, they're wild, so they were doing some crazy shit because they don't know how to shut up. It became an all-out gun war, and they didn't know that it was Bonnie and Clyde, and in the confusion that meant they... Hold up, let me reread this because this is confusing. It became an all-out gun war since they didn't know it was Bonnie and Clyde. And in the confusion, they managed to escape in the car with the guns blazing, shooting cops and killing one of them. On June 8th, 1933, Bonnie was injured. They had kidnapped Deputy Jones and went to meet Buck and Blanche in Oklahoma, and a bridge was out. The car tumbled a few times and caught fire. Bonnie was burned on her calf to the bone and muscle.
Fuck.
She couldn't walk straight anymore.
Oh my god.
Like Clyde, because Clyde had a limp too. So they both had a limp.
He did it to himself.
So now they were both limping everywhere.
Goals.
Yeah. A couple that limps together stays together.
That's cute. I love it.
Okay, I already said that. Bonnie and Clyde and WD went to Arkansas to meet with Butch and Blanche because I guess they moved the rendezvous location. And they kept on going despite Bonnie's injuries. And they tried to fort down in Red Crown Town tourist camp in Plate, Missouri. But police was tipped off that the Barrow Gang was there, and they were soon surrounded. The police, still being gentlemen, went up to the door and knocked, and Blanche said, "Oh, I'm not dressed." Well,
like quote or
yeah, quote. I'm not dressed. While the three men had guns ready, and they began shooting like crazy, leaving police stunned. They shot an armed car, and it set off an alarm, so the police exposed themselves, and it caused confusion. They got in a car and began getting shot at, and the windows were shattered. Blanche got glass in her eyes and began to scream. Buck got shot in the brain, and it went through his temple and out the other, and they still made it away. Damn. And he was still alive!
Damn!
They arrived at an abandoned amusement park near Dexter, Iowa, but after 4 days, police discovered the hideout, and Bonnie and Clyde and WD escaped, and Blanche and Buck surrendered. Buck was still alive and was taken to the hospital, and he was still verbal, which was crazy. But he eventually succumbed to his wounds on July 30th, 1933.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, Blanche was sent to jail and spent 10 years in prison. WD left, and Bonnie and Clyde... Oh, hold up. WD left, Bonnie and Clyde, and he was recaptured. And to get a lighter sentence, he said that he was forced to join them. And he was an unwilling participant and escaped. Yeah.
Wow.
Bonnie and Clyde continued making headlines, and he masterminded a plan to break out Ray Hamilton from Eastham, like how he promised.
Mm-hmm.
A man who went by Floyd was Hamilton's bro, basically, and he helped hide the guns. They were planted in a woodpile, the same one Ralph Fultz was pistol whipped on years ago. And one convict named Joe Palmer retrieved the guns. The convicts went to the fields to work, and Joe slipped a gun to Hamilton. Clyde went down in this little gully near where the workers were, and with an automatic rifle, while Bonnie was behind the wheel a bit away. They waited, and at 7 a.m., gunfire ensued. One guard was killed and the other two ran to hide. Bonnie was blowing the horn on the car because it was foggy, and she wanted them to hear where the car was at. So that's basically how they were going to escape.
Mm-hmm.
They ran to the car, and 4 escaping prisoners hopped in. One of the escapees was Henry Methvin, and he would end up betraying Bonnie and Clyde.
You said Henry Meth?
Methvin.
Huh.
Yeah. Bonnie and Clyde were waiting to rendezvous. I don't know why, but autocorrect put reindeers. Bonnie and Clyde.
Waiting on the...
Bonnie and Clyde were waiting to rendezvous with their henchmen near Grapevine, Texas. 2 police on motorcycles came to talk, but before they could do anything, they were shot at by Bonnie and Clyde and they left.
Jesus.
Yeah, this particular murder broke the camel's back, and every police officer was pissed. I mean, because police officers, it's like their gang or whatever. So if you if you're a cop killer, they're gonna kill you, and they're gonna basically, like, they want to do what you did, but even worse.
Yeah.
That's just how they are. So they were finally, like, pissed, broke the camel's back. It was, yeah. So Frank Hamer, I'm almost done, by the way.
No. Yeah.
Frank Hamer was a detective, and it took him 102 days to find Bonnie and Clyde. He learned their habits, and he was basically a lone wolf. Like, he did not participate with other detectives. He's like, no, I'm going to do this on my own.
Mm-hmm.
On the morning of May 23rd, 1934, Bonnie and Clyde were driving down a country road in Arcadia, Louisiana, close to... Whoa, my voice. My bad.
If you need more tea, let me know.
No, my tea's cold now. That's why I haven't been drinking it.
You want me to warm it up?
No, we can warm it up after.
I'll warm it up after your story.
Okay, thank you. So they were in Arcadia, Louisiana, close to Henry Methvin's father's house. It was an ambush. Henry's dad betrayed the pair for amnesty for his son. For 3 days and nights, police waited on the road. So basically their whole plot, I didn't know how to write this, but I'm just gonna explain it. Their whole plot, in a way, was they were gonna use the father's truck that it broke down, and then obviously Clyde being a good guy and grateful that, of Methvin's father, because Methvin's father had hid them before, so he kind of like thought that he could trust him in a way. So that was basically the whole plan, that he was going to pretend that his car was on the side of the road and that he needed help fixing it, and then he would pull over and then they could shoot them. So Clyde, so basically what happened. Clyde slowed down, and before he could even stop, they were caught off guard and they were shot in a rain of bullets. It was bad, dude.
How bad?
Hold up. The detective, Frank Hamer, said, "Seldom did anyone love when Clyde got the first shot." Live, my bad. Live, not love. Typo. Seldom did anyone live when Clyde got the first shot, basically. Their whole MO is that they really wanted to capture them alive.
Mm-hmm.
They really wanted to capture them alive, bring them to justice, but knowing Clyde and how quick he was, they couldn't. They had to kill them. And they especially did not want to kill Bonnie because she was a woman.
Mm.
So Bonnie was actually the first woman at that time to get shot down in a ray of gunfire. Or to get shot down, to get killed by, like, a gun in general. So, so Hamer was used to the dead bodies, Detective Hamer. But he claimed he was disgusted after looking at Bonnie's body covered in holes.
Damn.
And guess what? I found autopsy photos. I fucking found it. I'm gonna show them to you in a bit.
Oh!
I didn't save it. I have to Google it real quick. I didn't have a chance to save them.
Oh, let me cover
that. But yeah, it's something that I'm not gonna post it on social media because it's
disturbing.
No, not only that, but it's also disrespectful too. But if you do want to look at them, you can easily Google Bonnie and Clyde autopsy, and then you'll be able to see them.
I didn't think there was any autopsy photos.
Yeah, well, it's not, like, full-on autopsy. I think there's only one where you can see, like, Bonnie's boob.
But, like, you can't... Not what I meant.
No, I know, but, like, she's literally laying down and, like, she had, like, the cover haphazardly, like, on or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then you can see her... So you happen to see her breast. That's it. But, it's just, like, it's mainly, like, just their head that you can see or whatever, not their full-on body in a way. But there are, there were autopsy photos. So, let me finish up because I'm almost done. Where was I at? So, they were dead now, obviously. And, dude, and then the documentary that I saw too, a police officer took a camera. He was recording after the shot. You can see Bonnie slunched over on Clyde. Like, the whole dead body and everything. Dude, that one I am going to screen record. I'm going to go back to the documentary and I will screen record it so that I can post it on the thing, on Instagram.
Okay.
Because it's actual footage, dude. I'll send it to you. Like, as soon as I screen record it, I'll send it to you. But I just didn't have time and I couldn't because I was watching it on my laptop. But yeah, like, literally, like, he took the footage too. Because they would tell you this is a reenactment of it. Mm-hmm. This is actual footage, and stuff like that. Like, you can't, it wasn't a close-up, but you can see, like, at a distance that you can see, like, they had the door opened, and Bonnie was right there hunched over, like, on Clyde and everything. She fell on his shoulder. And also, another thing that's fucked up that a police officer says that Clyde was killed, like, automatically. That a gun went through his, like, a bullet went through his head, mm-hmm. But that wasn't like it for Bonnie, that they heard her screams. Oh. That's just what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not.
Oh, man, if it is, that's fucking awful.
And these people were hella famous all over, the whole U.S. basically. So people rushed to the small Louisiana town to catch a glimpse of the dead outlaws. And something that's really fucked up is that they tried to cut parts of their body to keep.
Like, as little mementos?
Yeah. Ew. Yeah. They tried cutting off one of Clyde's ears, and they managed to cut a piece of Bonnie's hair. They had...
Somebody has that now.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
It's a family heirloom.
It's a blessing. Every day of the dead we have it out.
Yeah. So basically that happened. They had separate funerals and grave sites for the lovers since Bonnie's mother did not approve of Clyde, even though they wanted to be buried together.
How sweet.
Yeah. Thousands attended Clyde's funeral, and 3 miles across the city laid Bonnie, and even more people went to see her. She was the only woman at the time to be shot down by officers, and Clyde's parents paid their respects to the girl who was Clyde's only friend and who died by his side.
Oh.
That's it. And then I'm going to read a poem that Bonnie wrote, actually, which predicted their deaths. Let me see. I have it right here.
She's a witch.
Witch!
Witch! The way it comes from her throat. Like, it's impressive.
Yeah. The Ballad of Bonnie and Clyde. This is what she wrote. They don't think they're too tough or desperate. They know that the law always wins. They've been shot at before, but they do not ignore that death is the wages of sin. Someday they'll go down together and they'll bury them side by side. To few it'll be grief, to the law a relief, but it's death for Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie Parker, 1934.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. Honestly?
She was a good poet.
No, I was saying, honestly? Witch! It's...
Oh my god.
It's pretty good, though. Damn, she is quite the poet.
Yeah, let me see if I can find the autopsy photos real quick. Yeah, here, I'm gonna give this to you. So this is Bonnie.
Holy shit. Oh, man, that's...
Yeah, so if you want to see them, it's Bonnie Parker autopsy photos. That's what I googled and that's what I found.
Yeah, she is fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Oh, I don't think that's them.
And then there was also another thing that I saw too, that it was hard to pull them away from each other because of the bullets. They were like stuck together. Their skin was stuck together in a way.
Damn.
Oh shit, that's Clyde then.
Yeah. Holy shit.
That must be Clyde.
Looks like right through the eyeball.
Yeah, that's for sure Clyde.
Yeah.
And then there has been a couple of movies already that released it.
Would imagine.
So one of the how do I say it? Like props is in a museum.
Mm-hmm.
Like a death museum, I believe, like a crime museum. But the actual car is in a casino in Las Vegas.
We should go to a crime museum. That sounds like fun, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Vegas. I wonder if I've seen it.
And then I'm gonna look for Clyde's autopsy real quick. Let me see. That was wild, huh?
Yeah, damn.
I would not think that I would find their autopsy. I just, out of curiosity, I said, I'm gonna see if there is.
I didn't think there would be at all.
Okay, this is his. It's not as bad as Bonnie's. Bonnie's was horrible.
Yeah, for sure. I think he might have died, like, immediately.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like he suffered at all.
Mm-hmm.
He looks more at peace than she did. Oh my god, that makes it worse. Damn. Holy shit.
It's crazy. And then, let me see if I could show you. Okay, look, yeah, this is Clyde's, mugshot. And then you can see where I tell you that I think he's kind of cute.
Oh, the young one?
Look at how innocent he looks.
He looks really innocent.
He looks like a baby.
Yeah, he does.
He has such a baby face. I'm gonna save it. Well, because I need to use it anyways for the cover art, probably. It's like my wallpaper. No, I wouldn't go that far.
Laptop.
And then this is his older brother, Buck.
They do look alike a little bit.
Yep. Oh my god. Nuh-uh.
You know, if they wanted to...
They could.
Tom and Zendaya could do a reboot of Bonnie and Clyde.
Or maybe like a modernized version of Bonnie and Clyde. That would be interesting too.
I could still see it. Oh yeah.
I'm trying to look for an actual one of Bonnie, but I don't think I did.
Like a mugshot?
Unless this is her. Oh no, that's Blanche. Never mind. This is Blanche. This is Blanche, not Bonnie. That's Clyde's sister-in-law. Yeah. But yeah, I can't find an actual mugshot of Bonnie though. Oh yeah, I think this is Blanche, because remember how she got glass in her eye?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So she had to get, like, I guess...
It looks like a fake eye.
Yeah. Oh, look at, this is the thing I was telling you about. Hold up. Oh, no! I lost it! Okay, hold up. Hold up. The car. That's actual footage.
Oh, man. That is... That's nasty.
Yeah. And like I told you, that they said that it was kind of hard to pull them apart because of how many bullets that they shot. Like, their skin, like...
Sort of fused?
It was kind of like... Yeah, kind of like basically like ground beef in a way. That, like, when they're trying to pull them apart, it's just like they don't know who belongs to who, you know? But yeah, it was bad. And then this dude right here, he was Hammer, Detective Hammer. Hammer.
I thought you said he was hammered during that.
No, that's Detective Hammer. Also, why the hell are there so many people in there? No wonder why they were trying to take off pieces of their bodies.
Yeah. Either that or it was to tell the public, like, hey, look, you don't have to fear for them.
Yeah.
They're right here. Kind of thing.
Maybe. But yeah, it's still, to this day, they're still not, buried together. They're still separate.
I want to know who has that piece of hair. That's fucking weird.
Mm-hmm. And then people have actually tried dressing up as Bonnie and Clyde. Oh, and then we also got these infamous photos of Bonnie and Clyde. Because when they were escaping, I believe from the apartment on the second one, or either the first or the second one, they had left behind a whole, like, the negative strips of the roll of film, yeah. Mm-hmm. So they were able to print out these pictures to put, like, as wanted posters and stuff like that. And a lot of people saw this particular photo of Bonnie, and she's eating a cigar. Like, she has a cigar in her mouth. My bad.
Eating a fucking cigar.
She's holding a cigar, and she's, like, leaned against, like, the Ford.
Yeah.
And she has a gun, and a lot of women were, like, not inspired, but inspired in a way at the same time, that, like, it's, like, strength that she made a name for herself. She went out and she did something for herself. Even though it was bad, she actually went out to do something instead of being the petite little, whatever.
She was little, the ITGIRL.
Well, yeah.
She was that girl.
Yeah, no, basically she was known as the it girl. So yeah.
Damn.
So now we understand why Juliet in Epic Rap Battle says that the main lead was shot down by a failed actress.
Jesus, that makes a lot of sense now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was just referring to, like.
But Juliet in the Epic Rap Battles, Juliet also tells her she has a neck of a chicken, and I don't see it.
I think no, for some of those like the lyrics, they just poke fun at the actual actors who are like.
That also makes sense.
Yeah.
That also makes sense too.
Yeah, they just do it a lot.
But yeah, that is the story of Bonnie and Clyde. Oh shit, are these their clothes? Yeah, I guess apparently they have their clothes too that are all tattered up and shot.
Probably in a museum. Maybe. Speaking of a museum, last time we talked about, like, I think episode 10. It was episode 10 where we talked about, like, wanting to go see, like, museums. And I talked about going to a Chinese museum for, like, middle school.
Sorry, babe.
No, you're good. On my TikTok feed, there was some guy reviewing, like, terracotta statues that were discovered. I swear it was the same one that I saw, because he was kneeling down. And the only reason why... It's one of the few terracotta statues that are completely intact. Mm-hmm. Because when an ancient, like, I think general raided the statues that were buried, destroyed so much of, like, the structure on top, that when it collapsed, all the statues that were standing basically got destroyed. And the few that were kneeling down got lucky. Because all the weight from the standing statues took it all. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I was like, holy shit. And then he was like, yeah, he was talking about how detailed the statue was from the hand to, like, its feet. How the artist added pressured to, like, the heels and toes of the statue to, like, suggest that it was putting down weight.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that's
smart.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna take this little break to go get your tea.
Alrighty, thank you.
Do you want more tea or?
I'll just finish that tea. I'll chug it.
Oh.
Can you make it really hot though? Like 2 minutes. If you have a microwave, do you have a microwave?
In here, no.
No, I'm not talking about in here. But...
I got you. I can do that. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry. Oh, also my friend told me that there's this thing called Larian Studio Shorts. I didn't know that. So I asked her about it, and she's like, you can probably find them on YouTube, but they're mainly on Twitter.
There's this really sort of cutesy one where it's like Shadowheart, Gale, Karlach, and Astarion, like in their beta versions, like of what they looked like before, like the final product, going through a portal. It's a fun little thing. It's really cute. Okay. So
I'm excited.
Okay. Fuck.
All right, it's Michael's turn. What were you trying to do?
One of the plushies back there.
Oh.
What one?
Comey doesn't want to be with you right now.
Yeah. My emotional support, Comey.
You want to hold Cyndaquil?
I just needed something for like an armrest.
Okay. I'm ready.
So I am doing the Hidebehind. The
Hidebehind?
Yeah, the Hidebehind. It's a little weird to say because the name is a little ridiculous. I won't lie to you. But as I was telling you before we started, that gathering the notes was really difficult.
May I interrupt? Okay. I don't know why I raised my hand, first of all. Speaking of cryptids or whatever, because I know you're going to talk about one. There was this one, it's funny because I just realized how stupid I am. There's this one lady that says, for a couple years now, I have been stalked by a cryptid named the Mimic. And I was all like, the fuck? I was like, I thought that only happened in FNAF.
Oh my fucking god.
No, and then she showed me actual footage that she found of the Mimic. And she's all like, my husband is outside. Why the fuck does this person look like my husband and inside my house? And then supposedly the Mimic can mimic their appearance except for the face. So you can tell that a Mimic is a Mimic because the face of a person doesn't look like the person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I'm gonna look for it. I'm gonna go back on my history. I think, did I send it to you or no?
I don't think you did.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna look for it and everything, and I'll send it to you because she has footage of this. And I'm like, okay, maybe cryptids are real. But, like, I started freaking the fuck out because she showed what her husband looked like after. And then she showed the footage before. And this cryptid or whatever, was literally just has his back faced towards her. But it looks exactly like him, like, because he had long hair and he had, like a half ponytail, like Aaron's hair in a way.
Yeah.
This Mimic is copying my voice, and I'm literally filming, like, and then behind the door you can just hear.
I think you did send this to me.
Maybe. I don't know. I send you a lot of things. I don't even...
Something along those lines, too, where... Because of this one in particular, it is also sort of loosely associated with, like, skinwalkers and, like, wendigos.
Oh, my God.
Dude, when people capture, like, skinwalker videos, some of them, like, you could obviously tell, like, oh... it's great CGI or VFX, like, you're doing, like, a cool job. And then some of them, the panic in people's voices are crazy.
Can you send me some? Because the main two that I have seen that I think are somewhat believable is the one where it's, like, a deer. It was kind of, like, darkish or whatever, and a deer comes forward.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, it's a regular-looking deer. And then you just see another deer pop its head out. And it's just, like, all wonky and, like, turned sideways. And I was like, okay, that's fucking weird. And then the other one is when it's not even a skinwalker, like, video or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't see it, but you can hear it. And it's with this guy riding the horse. And then I think you can hear, like, a woman talking or whatever. And then the horse, like, stops. And then it just fucking turns around. I was like, if animals are getting freaked out, like, what the hell is nearby, Because they know. They have instincts.
This one's not, like, fully... I don't know how believable it is, but when I did watch it, I was like, okay, that's a little... I can see how it gets scary.
Far-fetched?
It wasn't too far-fetched. Yeah. So this is girl, or woman, like, she's recording her dog. She's like, I just took my dog out. Like, I let my dog out to go pee, and then it came back in. And she's like, something's not wrong. Something's not right with my dog though. Like he's acting too obedient. And then she's like, look. She calls the dog over, and she goes, sit, roll over. And then she slams the fucking door. She goes, I never taught my dog that shit. I never taught him that. Who the fuck? And I gave myself chills right now. And like she's fucking panicking, and like I don't know if I'm remembering the video wrong, but either like it's scratching at the door.
Even I got a little bit chills.
Yeah.
Heebie-jeebies.
But like,
especially because we record in the dark.
But you can hear scratches at like the door. But if you ever hear like a dog scratch like at a door, you can clearly tell where the sound is coming from, or like where the scratch is coming from. It sounds higher, like higher up on the door.
Yeah.
It's a small dog. I'm talking like those crusty ones that we were talking about.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like it's like to the ankle, and it's scratching like the door. I think to the doorknob high, and I think you can see it like the doorknob jiggle just a little bit, and she's fucking losing her mind. She's like, I gotta stop recording. I gotta call the police. I gotta call the fucking police, and that's where it ends. If I find it, I will send it to you. The panic in her voice is fucking unreal.
Oh, whoa. Dude, even that low-key has me a little bit freaked out. And you know that I'm not scared of anything, but I'm afraid of everything at the same time.
Skinwalkers are a hell of a thing. Like, even if you don't fully believe in a cryptid, just the fear of something mimicking somebody else or something else, like, is creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, holy shit. I gotta do Skinwalkers next. When I get a chance.
If you do Skinwalker, you have to do Skinwalker Ranch as well.
Do those two have to correlate?
Yes. I feel like they do. Because, okay, Skinwalkers in general are Skinwalkers.
Yeah.
But Skinwalker Ranch involve Skinwalkers, and it's just like a high... How do I say it? Like a lot of stuff. You know, like a lot of Skinwalkers. No shit, because it's called Skinwalker Ranch. But I think it was like a regular farm/ranch or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then their animals started going missing and shit like that because the Skinwalkers were eating them. That's what I believe loosely. I know M covered it. But shoot, I don't remember much about it.
I don't remember that episode.
But it is on the way to Vegas, so you have passed by it already without even knowing.
Shit.
Yeah.
You know how much creepy shit I pass by when we go through Vegas?
Yeah. It's literally like when you're going outside of Vegas, like it's around there.
Damn, I've probably seen it without even noticing.
Yeah.
All right, so let me. Oh my god, I can really talk. I gotta find it.
Let's get started, and then we can have a whole tangent about it after.
So the Hidebehind, back in the 19th century, deep in the Pacific Northwest, being a lumberjack was a taxing and grueling job that often led to some accidental deaths.
Ooh.
Or were those deaths caused by a mysterious American folklore? Da da da!
Da, da, da. Oh my god.
I would put it on there too. I'm so dumb.
You're not dumb. It's okay.
So the Hidebehind, I'm going to mess up I think.
Wait, is that the one you were is that the one you were telling me last time with the trees?
Mm-hmm.
When you show.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So it's what I'm going to call like a recently new cryptid, only because like the information only leads back to like the 19th century, so like the 1800s basically. And so to me, it's like fairly new, because like if we ever do like other folklores or anything, like they go back fucking further.
Usually.
Or like they don't have a set date, you know, the mysteries.
Yeah.
But this one like apparently does, because it's also by the Native Americans here too.
Oh.
Yeah, that they've apparently encountered some of them, which makes it even worse, because trying to find encounters for this shit is difficult, because one, they barely let anyone live. And then two, if you think you can see one, you can't. So, it is it has various forms, which is rarely seen. It's a nocturnal, though sometimes can appear during the daytime.
Oh, hell no.
Creature that preys on humans, that wander deep into the woods, and because of this, has been blamed for many deaths and disappearances for lumberjacks. Standing at 5 foot and 10 inches, or between 6 feet tall, the Hidebehind has a slender build, being described as a humanoid or ghostly creature, covered in long black fur that makes it incredibly thick and hard to see its face, or if it even has a face, some people say. Its arms are short, yet powerful, and has sort of like bear-like claws on it.
I was gonna say like a dinosaur.
Really short, stubby arms.
No,
they're just like I guess picture a really tall person, but just like normal hands instead of like normal arms. Yeah, not like
they can't even reach past the waist.
Basically, yeah. But with bare hands at the end of it, basically.
Oh, hell nah.
Some people say that it also has a tail that curls upwards, but it's kind of hard to tell. Legend says that the Hidebehind can hide behind trees and other objects that are roughly 10 inches wide. Yeah.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah. So imagine that. A 6 foot...
How much is 10 inches? Like this cup?
That cup's like maybe 5 to 7 inches.
Skinny queen? Shit!
That's what makes it really terrifying, because if you were to... Like, let's say you're walking through the forest, right? During the daytime.
Yeah.
You can see around you. And you think you can either see something in your peripherals, or you sense something's like stalking you. And you hear it. If you turn, the whole point of it is that it's fast. Really, really fast. So it blends behind any form of like trees.
Michael, I'm telling you this right now. This is the first story that you've actually covered that I have actually gotten creeped out about. Like, dude, when I'm telling you tears are low-key welling up my eyes, I'm being fucking serious. Dude, this shit's scary. Because I can I can literally imagine it. I can imagine it so... just walking into a forest thinking that you see something in your peripheral, you turn and that shit's not there.
You know what the worst part about it is, though?
And I see that all the time, though. That's the thing. I see it all the time at work and shit like that. Like when I told you that I saw the Shadow Man.
Yeah.
And I would see it in my peripheral and everything. And I'm like, oh my god.
But some people also, they apparently report that if it's desperate enough, like hunting is a weird word to put it, but yeah, basically hunting, that it can leave the forest and will go into a city. It can hide behind anything, basically. Like, I'm telling you, like...
Yeah.
Like, it'll shift its body into such a small, compact form. It's fucking wild.
So, like a lamppost?
Yeah, basically, as thin as a lamppost. Like, it'll stretch to form, like, a shape of it, to the point where, like, if you think you're just looking head on, you won't be able to see it. Perfectly, that's why it's called the Hidebehind. Yeah. It's creepy.
Dude, oh my god.
But the most common and popular depiction of it being a tall black void with only yellow eyes. And in some instances have been said to shapeshift to a form and emit sounds that would make its prey more likely to investigate it. So this kind of what I was talking about being associated with wendigos or skinwalkers. Or some people say that it can shapeshift into almost human-like beings.
That makes sense.
It wants you to investigate any sounds that it makes, so you can go deeper into the woods for you to get lost. So like when you notice that like you're really deep in, you start to panic, and when you panic, you start to fear. It loves the fucking fear that you emit.
Kinky.
A little bit. So the Hidebehind is incredibly fast. It stalks its prey in order to strike fear. After stalking its prey for miles, it attacks when someone is alone, or in rare cases, in very small groups. Once it attacks, it will instantly disembowel you and feast on your raw meat. In some stories, it is said that if it doesn't kill you on the spot, it will drag you to its lair to finish killing you. Believe it or not, the Hidebehind has a favorite part of the human body, which is its intestines. It loves eating our intestines, apparently.
Kind of gross, but okay.
People got their favorites. And according to lumberjacks, the way to ward off the Hidebehind is alcohol. Any amount.
So when we go camping,
if you just take one sip of a beer or wine or anything with alcohol in it,
if
you're
we
fine.
go camping, Nicole's the only one that's gonna die. Nicole, you...
She's the sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
Alright. So, yeah, you... So it is the only way to ward it off, because apparently it just like ruins your system to it. Like, it just ruins it for a...
It's not as seasoned. It ruins his appetite.
Basically.
It ruins the flavor.
It makes you unwanted. It's believed that it hates the smell of alcohol, and that the alcohol ruins the taste of your intestines, making you immune to being a victim of this cryptid.
Nice.
It's because of that, in the early 1800s, lumberjacks began to drink heavily on the job to avoid being killed by the Hidebehind.
Oh my god.
Though it's easier to say it's probably just to give them an excuse to drink on the job.
I get that. When you said drink heavily, I was all like, oh my god. No.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, oh my god.
It's also said that the Hidebehind was just a store to keep the lumberjacks vigilant for bears and other wild animals in the woods.
Oh my gosh.
It also gave lumberjacks a way to deal and cope with the deaths and disappearance of fellow lumberjacks. A small entry at Giants, Monsters, and Dragons, an encyclopedia of folklore, legends, and myths, describes the Hidebehind as, quote, a predatory cannibal beast that lurked around the loggers' camps until one was alone long enough to be grabbed and carried away to be consumed. Unquote. That's pretty much it.
I have no words.
Short, but it is creepy.
I think out of all cryptids, I'm more scared of that one. Which makes sense. Damn it, now I don't want to go into the forest anymore, man.
I mean, it's the Pacific Northwest, so, you know.
But it can be anywhere.
Technically, yeah.
But, I mean, just because it's in the Pacific Northwest, that means it's the only one that was seen over there. Who knows how many are out there?
I guess it goes back to the conspiracies of those cave systems, where it could be it's a layer in there, where it just drags people into there. Just finishes it. I'm telling you, it's such a creepy thing to think about. I fucking hate it so much. Like, especially when people just go hiking, like, so long that it's so dark in the woods. Like, why would you put yourself in that fucking situation?
Dude, there was this white boy that was all like, I'm gonna spend the night in the Appalachian Mountains, and the locals told me not to, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
I saw the first part of that, but I didn't see the second part.
I have not seen the second part either.
No.
I was just so, oh my god, I was so stressed. No, but, oh my gosh, I don't even wanna,
That was good. That was good, right?
That's the first one that has actually creeped me out, Michael. Stop. Oh my god. I don't even know what to say. I have nothing to contribute to this conversation.
I'm telling you, it's just one big conspiracy.
I'm gonna look for it. Hold on.
If you find...
It's just a theory.
Yeah, it's just really a theory. But the pictures of it being with fur looks a little silly. But if you really think about it just as like a one big shadowy void with yellow eyes, I think that's what makes it worse. Because...
Oh, I'm looking at pictures of it right now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think there's an episode about it on Gravity Falls.
Yeah. Yeah, there is. And imagine that, like, in that episode, I think Dipper wanted to find it.
Yeah.
Like, knowing how it kills a person, why the fuck would you want to go find it?
Oh, this photo is actually kind of creepy, not gonna lie.
Which one?
I'm gonna save this one and I'm gonna use it.
Let me see. Yeah, that is probably the best way to think. Wow, freaking hiccup. That's the best way to think about it. I'm telling you, it's... I didn't think that this one would keep you out. But yeah. I think it's because we were talking about like skinwalkers before. I think kind of hyped it up a little bit.
Maybe.
As like a little hype man.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, that.
Dude, I genuinely think that this might be like... This might be the scariest. At least so far that I'm scared of, maybe.
That's weird.
But at the same time, I shouldn't be scared. Because it doesn't exist.
Yeah, whatever you say.
Because I haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm. But just because you haven't seen it, does it exist? Lost tapes? No? Okay.
Wait, what websites did you use to see it? Because I just found one right now.
I don't even remember the name of it. There was like 3 different weird articles, and then one cryptid wiki, I think. But that one was just a copy and paste of the Wikipedia. Mm-hmm. So I was like, eh. Which one are you on right now?
Because I found one called Holy Stones and Iron Bones.
I think that might have been one of them. Let me see. No, I don't even think I found that one. What the fuck?
But it's basically... They call it a phantom.
Basically, think about it like that. It really sucks. Like, especially... I don't know. I hate the thought of walking into a forest and it wanting to cause a commotion to the point where you want to go investigate it. Not that, like, out of fear you need to, but out of curiosity you want to.
Yeah, right here, folks say it uses this to confuse its prey and lead it a certain way in order to be caught.
Honestly, it's I do have this short story, but we're about to hit like 2 hours.
That's crazy.
I think I'll just like end it here for now because I think this is like a good...
Oh, this is a book.
What? Oh, the website?
The Hidebehind.
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. Oh, when I was researching too, a lot of I had to tiptoe a lot of information because apparently it's also used in Harry Potter. Yeah, and then Hogwarts Legacy too. They mention it. That it's like how it was made, like what are its parents basically.
When I get Hogwarts Legacy, I'll tell you.
And I was like, what the fuck? I mean, it's used in a lot of other like literature and other medias, like Gravity Falls.
Hold up, I'm gonna look for...
Let me see if I can find the TikTok too. That got me really fucking scared for that Skinwalker shit. Ooh, yeah, I think this is it. Holy shit. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna play it.
My raw reaction
to the point where like, hopefully this thing will pick it up.
Okay.
Let me see. I'll know if she's my dog. Merlin, sit. Turn around. Turn around. Lay down. You're not my dog. My dog don't know how to do no fucking trick. The fuck? Call 911.
Like you can hear it like on the door. And it starts to knock. I forgot about that part. That gave me chills right now.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm gonna end the live. I have to call the police. I have to...
The music on the background makes it even creepier. What is that? Was that supposed to be the dog?
No, I think it was like the... But like, people are like, even like the dog doesn't look like normal just in general. Like something about it looked off and just from the start. But it's supposed to be a crusty dog, so
I'm gonna watch it again.
Hold on. I'll know if she's my dog. Merlin, sit. Turn around. Turn around. Lay down. You're not my dog.
The way that it just keeps looking at its owner, like it doesn't look around, because that's what dogs do too. The dogs kind of... They stay still, but at the same time, they don't just look at your...
Just at you.
Yeah. Oh, heck no. No, thank you. Let me see if I can find mine real quick.
But it's the fact that she also, like, just knew immediately. Like...
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
Oh, look it.
I think that is one of the creepiest things that I have ever caught on camera and that I have ever experienced in my life. That sounds almost identical to my voice. Like, I thought it was 100%, and then I listened back to that recording, and I was like, something's off. Which is the way it goes with these things. It's always almost correct. I was careful to not respond to it, and after I took that video, I walked away and came back later. But yeah, I guess it's using my voice on me now, which is weird. If this is even the same thing, who knows? We have a melting pot of paranormal things happening in this house and to me at all times. Yeah, that was creepy. I'm so glad that I started recording because no one would believe me without that. Has anyone else ever heard their own voice?
Okay, hold up. I think what's even creepier, though, is hearing something or seeing something. Not that's identical,
Mm-hmm.
but that is somewhat identical, and that's trying to be identical. I feel like that's the creepiest part.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know what I mean?
It's trying so hard to be something, and it's fuck.
Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can find the actual footage, though.
I've heard.
What a fucking episode this is! Holy shit.
Te ordeno que te vayas de mi casa.
Okay.
Es un gato. Te ordeno que te vayas de mi casa.
Mimics caught on camera.
Ooh. That kid one. No fucking
Wait, I haven't
way.
even seen this video, so I'm waiting for you to finish so that I can see it after.
Oh, man.
I have not seen that video.
No, you need to see that.
Hold
Ain't
up.
no
What is it?
fucking way.
What is it?
I got chills. Oh, they're fucking multiplying.
What? Is it this one?
Yeah.
The one after this one?
Yeah, the little boy right there in the chair. Like, you can hear the mom in the other room, but she's in the fucking room already. Like, holy shit.
Don't the cat is low-key creepy too. It doesn't look like a cat.
Tú no eres un gato. Te ordeno que te vayas de mi casa.
Oh, look, apparently right here too, this is what...
Here is what a mimic is. A mimic is an entity...
Like, real fucking... It's supposed to be a Hidebehind right here.
Uh-huh.
And this one. See where that, like, where the arrow is right here? Look around that little area. See if you see, like, press play and see if you can see an arm around that little area.
That long-ish...
No, like, press it.
Oh, okay, I saw it.
Imagine that shit. Alright, this is going on long enough. We gotta... If there's anything that you wanna, like, mention or any
Oh my gosh,
footage.
this is so creepy. I need to find that video and I'll show it to you, but we can end the video.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why did I say end the video, like, if we're recording ourselves?
It's a video.
You know what I mean. Okay, so we just gave ourselves the heebie-jeebies, actually.
Yeah, that's a first.
That's
a first.
This is the first time I've gotten goosebumps. Literally. And I'm not really scared of anything paranormal because I don't believe in the paranormal, but that's just scary itself in general. Oh my god. Okay. So, so our email is caffeinatedcreeps@gmail.com. Send us an email if you guys have any stories. I know Nicole has sent us multiple, but
I wonder how she's gonna listen to this. I feel like she's gonna freak the fuck out. Probably not.
maybe
No.
who knows? Well, I mean, I feel like she listens to it at work, so she doesn't really pay attention to it.
And we're in the dark. we're fucking ourselves over on this one.
Oh my gosh. So that happened. Oh my god. But our email is I already said that.
Yeah.
Hold up. Our social media, Instagram, it's Caffeinated Creeps Podcast. Our email is caffeinatedcreepspodcast@gmail.com. Our Twitter is ccreepspod. I need to make sure that I start adding more stuff on it. I'm going to try. And And it's weird for some reason. Every time I get notifications from our podcast Twitter, it's a whole bunch of Republican stuff. Like, literally, like, I get so many notifications that's pro-Republican.
Truly the biggest cryptids out there.
Yeah.
Those are the real skinwalkers.
Oh my goodness. Ugh. Speaking of that and celebrities or whatever, lizard people, I would love to do
Ooh,
a story
that one you're gonna
of
have to fucking...
lizard
That's gonna be a
people.
long fucking episode.
Dude, oh my god. Because Nicki Minaj supposedly is one of them.
Not Nicki.
I don't like Nicki. Fuck Nicki Minaj. You know why? Because her husband is...
we went through this actually before. Yeah.
Her husband's a predator. Her brother's a predator. She helped both of them out, and she talks shit about the victims. She tried to bully the victims to not say anything. So we don't support Nicki Minaj. Well, at least I don't. But yeah. Alright, and that is it. Oh my god.
Right. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Hopefully you guys got creeped out about the Hidebehind like we did, and we made ourselves even more creeped out. Truly means the most to us. If you're on YouTube, leave a like, comment down below. If you're on Spotify, thank you for listening. Don't forget to give us a rating, 4 or 5, even fucking 3 stars too, however you're feeling. And we will see you guys on the next episode.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.